about my life, things going on in my life. I do have a Patreon, and I'm much more open about my life, my past, my family, sharing things like that over on my Patreon. And I do either 3 or 4 extra videos per month there, and I break it down per week, so you get an extra video here and there throughout the month, plus giveaways and polls, so you get to pick the kind of content that you want to see, fun stuff like that. So if that's something you are interested in, you can definitely that, And that's why people ask all the time, you're so close with your mom, how are you moving? My mom's coming with. I could never leave my mom. And my grandpa either, but my grandpa's 95 years old, 96, excuse me. And, I don't want to get too much into that, but you guys know where I'm going with that. And it's only like, an hour plane ride home from where we're moving, so I will definitely be visiting home a lot. And we're trying to get my sister transferred down there. And it's just, there's a lot that's going to go into this move, but we're going to make it happen. And we will go from there, but that's not going to be until about March, so got a little bit of time, but I feel like time's going by so quickly. I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but we had really nice weather here for like a couple weeks in beginning of April, and then it got super cold and we had some crazy blizzard. And it feels like the cold front kind of never left, and it's just kind of been lingering around, and it's so frustrating because it's like, we here in New York look really forward to spring and summer because the fall and winter is long, and to have the whole entire month of April, except for a week, be cold. It's like, I really, fingers crossed, hope that May is going to be beautiful because the summer goes by so fast, and I'm such a summer gal. I love it being bright out later. I wish they would do away with turning daylight savings time. I think that it just affects a lot of people in a negative way. It affects people's moods when the time change happens and it gets dark so early. I know I can only speak for me and my mom, on my car. And I'm allowed $12,000 with my lease agreement, and no money down. So, it just works well for me. Everything's covered. Tires, oil changes, like, you don't have to pay for diddly. Everything's covered. So, for me, that has just always worked. And, well, I just started leasing. This is my third vehicle I have leased. I like being able to get a new car. A new car. A new vehicle. Every couple of years. So, I was sad to see my old car go. But it was time. And it was in really good condition, so they gave me a really good deal on the vehicle that I have now because they wanted my car. I guess there's a big need for used vehicles here right now, in New York at least. And my car was only three years old, and it only had 17,000 miles on it. So, never in an accident. Thank God. And it was good to me. The car was good to me. So I kept good care of it. Took good care of it. So the dealership really wanted my car. And I was going back and forth between two dealers, figuring out who I was going to go with. And I didn't want to have to do that. Honestly, I really didn't, because I hate the whole entire process of getting a car. So, that story time I'm going to be posting on my Patreon because it is an intense, crazy story. My dad was involved, and my dad, if you don't know, he's like straight out of an Italian movie. If you want details, you will have to sign up for Patreon and wait anxious about the process of it.